Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania K. And today we have Youngmin Yoo and Rebecca Bell presenting this Sunday, the 9th of February 2025, or the 12th of January in the 12th year of Childhood. So thank you all for coming. And as always, let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Chunjin Champunim Ye, Kyombe, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 3. 전국주인 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 판조권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 3. Our family, the owner of Childhood, pledges to perfect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships, and the realm of the royal family by centering on true love. I'd like to ask Mr. Arai if he could offer the opening prayer, please.
Okay, I'd like to pray. Dear Heavenly Parent and our two parents, thank you this morning we gather and we try to reach, we try to understand, we try to unite with Heavenly Parents' love. Especially thank you today testimony from Youngmin and they are so beautiful heart to support our dear brother and sister in Solomon Island member go to Korea. At this time in Korea, it's a very cold middle of winter. We can see beautiful scene. Thank you so much, all brothers and sisters. Center on True Mother, Holy Mother Han. Prepare for the entrance ceremony so much and truly really welcome first time God as our heavenly parents to appear. We try to really prepare that kind of heart. Really truly new era of complete to victory to heaven kingdom on earth. Truly thank you today, especially Youngmin and also sisters, and I pray attending Holy Mother Han. I pray with gratitude in my name. You should allow your heaven blessed family. Thank you.
Thank you. And let's offer a warm welcome to Youngmin and Rebecca as they share with us this morning.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I wanted to share a few photos, so I'll try figure out how to share my screen. Can everyone see that?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so yes, we were asked to share this morning because we recently had the opportunity to visit the Solomon Islands. So yeah, we'll give a short testimony. I don't think Youngmin's here yet because we were going to start with a little video she made, but I'll just start and hope that she joins. So yes, oh, it's not going to the next slide. Wait. There you go. So yes, visiting the Solomon Islands has been a big dream of mine for the longest time. I think it's so precious that we have such beautiful nations in our region. And although they're a little bit hard to get to sometimes, I think, yeah, yeah, I've always heard so much about the Solomon Islands, and especially after having been able to meet some of the youth who've come to Australia for the workshops, I think more and more that desire to go visit them has increased every year. Yeah, it is very hard for a lot of the youth to visit Australia and to join our workshops because of financial issues and also visas. So I think the only kind of logical, appropriate option was for Youngmin and I to go to them. So yeah, the opportunity arose and yeah, so it was an easy decision to make to go visit them. So I guess like right from the get-go, it was kind of overwhelming the amount of love and warmth that we were greeted with. As you can see in the top right, the girls made the leis, the handmade flower necklaces the morning that they came to pick us up at the airport, and obviously Reverend Norman was there to greet us so warmly as well, as you can see. So I think just like right from the get-go, um, just the love was kind of like overwhelming. They were so grateful to have us, and yeah, I just felt so much love and warmth. So that was, yeah, so beautiful. For me, my trip kind of started off in a kind of embarrassing way. I got heat stroke after a few hours of existing in the Solomon Islands. So that was something new and interesting. I totally thought that since, I live in Australia, I know summer heat, I know how hot it can get. It should be fine. No, it is way worse there. And I was completely knocked out for a few days. Yeah. And I say it's embarrassing because I was just there for a couple of hours, but it was so inspirational to see like a lot of the youth there going like fundraising. They went fundraising to save money for their trip to Korea, and they would fundraise for like 12 plus hours a day in the heat. Um, yeah, and while breakfast fasting as well. So, yeah, they were really like investing their sincerest efforts and, working so hard, and little old me just existing there for a few hours. I already got heat stroke. Um, but yeah, so that was a kind of rough start to the trip for me. And I think, yeah, in addition to the amount of fundraising they did and the conditions, the fasting, I think um they and also like living in the conditions that they do, the peace embassy there is very maybe I'm coming from a first world standpoint, but um it's definitely not the easiest place to live. The electricity sometimes cuts out and the water cuts out sometimes, and they make all their food like over a fire a lot of the time. And um I just was so amazed to see such positivity, and they never let anything get them down. And I think that's such a beautiful spirit that they have over there. Um, yeah, because I can't imagine kind of yeah living the way they do and having such a positive attitude. I barely survived a week. But I think yeah, it's such a testament to their spirit that they never let anything get them down, and they just overcome every adversity that comes their way. So Yeah, while I was knocked out though, Youngmin was busy preparing a workshop. So while I was half delirious that day, she came back and she's like, okay, here's the plan for a workshop. These are the activities, da 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 da. These are the topics for the talks. Which talks do you want to do? So I was like, oh, that's what's happening. Happy to do it, obviously. So um, a few days later, we organized a workshop for the beautiful youth there. So as you can see, it was mainly sisters. So I really felt that we could be their older sisters. And I think that's something maybe that they don't have. Yeah, because there are so many precious second gen, especially sisters, as you can see. They're all so beautiful and so lovely. And yeah, we could really go there with the heart of older sisters to really share our experiences and what we've been able to learn in Australia and through our various workshops. So I really think, yeah, that was really good for us to love them as older sisters and even just to solidify, I guess, my own faith because it's always up and down. And I really think that, yeah, teaching others and sharing, a message I feel that God wants me to share is always helps to kind of solidify my own faith and kind of preach to myself sometimes. And yeah, so I became really inspired by them. And yeah, I think that they have such pure and precious hearts to really serve God and attend our two parents and really do their best. And I hope that we were able to encourage them in that sense. Because, yeah, I can't imagine that it's easy for them, especially, I always felt isolated, like being a second gen in Australia, but they're even more isolated to the rest of the world than I ever was. So I really, um, I really hope that we could like nurture their hearts and kind of let them know that they're not alone in this journey, that they're a kind of second gen all over the world and we're all in this together, basically. So yeah, and I hope that we can continue to be sisters that they can reach out to and we can support them in any way. So I think, yeah, we spoke on a few different topics, the blessed child identity, purity in a practical and spiritual sense, and also matching and blessing preparation. So I hope that we were able to kind of provide a perspective they haven't heard before or any, yeah, that we were able to share with them something that they can continue to hold in their daily life. Yeah. And another thing I wanted to kind of point out, so for a bit of context, the beautiful girl holding the banner with Youngmin, her name is Shine, and she's only like 16 or 17, and I was really inspired by her. She's also one of the youth who was fundraising so much to be able to afford to go to Korea. And she's also in high school, actually. And I was just like talking with her one time, she was like, a bit like stressed about like, all the fundraising and the money they have to raise to go to Korea. And then I'm just like, don't you have to go to school this year? And then she's like, yeah, but God first, God first. And it was really funny in the moment, but um, I really later I started to think more about it, and actually that's like so true, right? Because I think um, you know, we should always be prioritizing God in our life. And I'm saying that to me as well. And for me, I was reflecting and I think I've taken for granted so many opportunities that I've been able to have because of my financial situation. Like she's fundraising day in, day out, for 12 hours a day to afford to go to Korea. And I remember the first time I was able to go to Korea, same age as her actually. And all I had to do, I was just working, my cushy part-time job during high school. And then, oh, there's a 40-day workshop. Sure, I'll go. Nothing much to it, but they're so intentional with it. They're investing their most sincerest efforts to be able to go. And I'm just kind of like willy-nilly with it. So I really think, yeah, that I've taken for granted how well off I've been in many ways. And yeah, and I think in addition to that, I think not to kind of complain, but I feel like a lot of maybe youth in Australia and maybe in the Western world as well, I think we've really become too comfortable and we've become too, how to say, we've become really kind of nonchalant with like the opportunities that we do have because these brothers and sisters, they would love nothing more than to come to Australia for our workshops, but they can't. It's so hard to raise the money. They have to fundraise, and also visa issues on top of that. And I just feel like talking with some of the youth in Australia, whenever there's a workshop coming up, it's like, oh, I don't know if I should go. I don't really feel like it this year. That sort of attitude, which I feel like is very sad because your workshops, regardless of whether or not you've heard it all before, they're such a important part of our growth, and also for that sense of community and to build those relationships as youth. And I just feel like our youth in Australia maybe have lost that idea, and have kind of forgotten about how lucky they are to have something prepared. Like these girls were so grateful to us to go there and prepare this workshop for them, even though it was just like very rushed, just a 1 day thing. But yeah, in Australia, we really take that for granted, I feel, how much hard work it goes into organizing a workshop and these activities and how important it is for our life of faith. And I guess also losing that sense of prioritizing God. Like we should always be putting God first. Again, talking to myself, but like regardless of our feelings or, we've heard the lectures before, it's not really about that. It's about what can we gain. So I think like these girls, and especially shout out to Shine holding the banner, she really kind of struck me with that wow, she's really prioritizing God before her own schooling, because she can catch up later. That's what she said. But she's really prioritizing it at all costs, and I think that's what we should all hold in our hearts, especially the youth who take it for granted. Yeah, moving on. So not much to say on this slide. I just wanted to, we all went to the beach. They really put a lot of effort to make it an enjoyable experience for us. They had to hire a whole truck to be able to take us all to the beach, and they handmade an amazing barbecue lunch. And yeah, it was a very beautiful day. Did get sunburn, obviously, but worth it. Yeah. And in the bottom left, you can see that we were able to visit Uncle Rex and Auntie Nellie and their family. And yeah, I was also really inspired by their testimony they were able to share with us, their journey in basically creating the church in the Solomon Islands. So I was really inspired by how hard all the members have worked for decades to be able to build such a providential nation, and to offer so much to God. And I think, obviously we received a lot of love from them as well. I think we were really in a position representing all of Australia. So, all these aunties and uncles would come up to us and express, oh, the members in Australia, they took such great care of us when we were building our faith and fundraising and raising our spiritual lives. They were expressing such like gratitude. And I really felt like we received a lot of love. Sorry, we received a lot of love on behalf of all the sorry, on behalf of all the Australian members who really invested so much and who took care of all the beautiful Solomon Islander members so well. So I really am so grateful to all the Australian first gen who sacrificed a lot and to do mission. Shout out to Uncle Chihiro if he's here. They remember you. Really, because being able to spend years there, I don't know how you would have done it, but they're so grateful. So I really felt grateful as a representative of all the Australian members to receive all that love. And I'm sure they wish they could, express that love to all of you as well, who invested your hearts into taking care of them. So yeah. Yeah, I really felt they wanted to offer everything they could during that time, to, make it a wonderful experience, and I could tell how grateful they were to have us. And yeah, despite, being limited financially in many ways, they gave everything to us, and I'll forever remember that. So yeah, and our last final day, basically, we got to attend the church service, and that was amazing. The singing is as amazing as you can imagine. It was absolutely incredible. Yeah, and I guess like I better end off. I think visiting Solomon Islands definitely, I'm still in awe of everything that they've managed to overcome and everything that they've built. Obviously, we know it's a providential nation, and I really felt that there, like with the New Hope Academy, they have to build more buildings because there are too many people want to attend, and just the beautiful families there. I'm just in awe of everything that they've overcome to really serve God and shoe parents, and I really definitely recognize like my own privilege, financially speaking, and yeah, it definitely even saying goodbye was so difficult. They waited until our plane actually left, to leave the airport. We were waiting there in the departure lounge and everything, and we didn't think anything of it. We walk onto the tarmac, and then you see all of them like standing in this like kind of goodbye place. I don't know. And they're all waving at us until our plane actually took off. I think that was really heartwarming as well. So yeah, that's about it for me. Yeah, I'm still filled with so much love and gratitude for all that we were able to experience and all the beautiful members there. So yeah, and I thank God for the opportunity to be able to go there. So yeah, I'll end there. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, great experience. And I think Youngmin's here now.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, everyone. Yes, I'll share the video that we have we put together of our experience in Solomon Islands. So before Solomon Islands, we were in Bali, and then afterwards we were in Vanuatu. So we have videos for each island, but we'll share the Solomon Islands one. Please enjoy.
Don't have. But Youngmin, I don't know how the Korean.
Yeah. Thank you, Father, for our food. Bless our food, Arju. Where's my food? Give me my food. What do you say? Thank you. Thank you.
Are at New Hope Academy. And we've got some classrooms up here, 12 classrooms, but now there's too many students. So True Mother funded this new building on the side, which will be done in hopefully 3 months' time.
Mother Moon?
Yeah.
ideal sons and daughters whom God can govern over.
We have to rise above that which is considered normal in this world and establish a totally new way of living.
Lord Jesus, me come, you now, you take me this time.
She loves me.
You don't want it anymore? Oh.
All our brothers and sisters around the world, those in need, Father, please, Father, bless them in your own way.
Developing my relationship with our Heavenly Parent.
Barbecue.
Glory will be living evermore. Going to the land where freely flows the stream. In glory will be living evermore.
And now we have the first item, the broom. So are you all ready?
Yes.
Okay, and count.
1,
2, 3, 4,
5,
6,
7, 8, 9, 10.
Jessica. Okay, ready?
Oh my god.
Ready.
17, 18, 19, 20. Oh!
I have to leave you.
No, I don't want to believe you.
Bye, Rebecca.
That's it for our video. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed in that. It kind of gave you, I mean, especially if you haven't been to the islands, a bit of an idea of what it was like for us in that beautiful country. So good morning again, and yeah, I'll share to add on to what Rebecca said about our experience in the islands. First of all, I'm really grateful to Heavenly Parent, future parents, for our movement, and because without our movement, you know, my family would never have come here to this amazing friendly country and to meet our community in Oceania. And I would never have met my best friend and closest friend in faith, Rebecca. And thanks to her, throughout my whole life, I've taken up many opportunities and experiences that I wouldn't have otherwise. And all these experiences, you know, they help me to grow and develop. And, you know, they make me who I am today. And our trip to the islands was one of those experiences, and I wouldn't have gone if it wasn't for Rebecca, especially at this time. So thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, so before we went, I was living a busy life as a full-time teacher. And I think it's so easy to just become absorbed in the secular culture. And I find it hard to find some quiet time in the day personally, just to tune in deeply to my heart and connect with God. more deeply. So I wasn't feeling like doubtful or anything or insecure in my faith but I was definitely a little bit more distant at this time of year. But as soon as we arrived in the Solomon Islands and, we spoke with Reverend Norman and Auntie Elizabeth, who are the leaders of the center. And, we talked about our movement in the Solomon Islands, about the future. And I felt quite inspired and touched. And then at closing, we had individual prayer. And then I just really felt God's heart again. And I felt really connected there at the center. So I felt like being there was kind of what I needed in that moment. Yeah, and they have a fantastic, strong foundation in the islands. I could tell, yeah, like Rebecca said, that all the missionaries and members invested so much there over time. Yeah. The one-day workshop we organized for the Blessed Children, Rebecca mentioned that the topics were the Blessed Children identity, purity lifestyle, matching blessing preparation, and then matching blessing testimony, because they already receive a good divine principle education, and this sort of content was more something that was valuable for us as second generation growing up. And also it's kind of a link that they're missing. They have, the strong first gen foundation and faith. But then now, the younger second generation, they're growing up and they're kind of missing that group of older second generation brothers and sisters that can kind of share their experience with them and kind of share what's quite relevant for us. Yeah, so through the workshop, we got to develop a deeper bond with them through the games and activities. And in the end, I really felt that it was worth it because when I asked a few of the girls what was one thing that they learned, they said that in relation to their purity, that even if, you've done something or you made a bit of a mistake, that there's always a way back to God. So, and as long as one of them learned something, we were really glad and we felt that it was valuable. And seeing all the dedicated members and the strong Christian foundation in the Solomon Islands, both Rebecca and I felt that there's so much potential there. And I think, that we should invest a lot more internally and externally. Of course, we need to continue to do our best in our own nations, but there's a good chance that many people can be restored more quickly than in any other nation here in Oceania, so or in the world. So we really felt like we'd better focus on and invest more in national restoration in the islands, in Solomon Islands first. And as long as we push forward, I can definitely envision Solomon Islands becoming a Channel nation, and True Mother visiting there with a lot of joy in her heart when that happens. So after the Solomon Islands, we went to Vanuatu, and first landing in the country, getting off the plane and seeing the mountain line there, it made me quite emotional and teary because I thought of my dad who invested his life there for 3 to 4 years full time. Yeah, it was such a precious moment meeting the blessed children there, whose names my dad had chosen for them. And we were able to go visit the center building, which my dad had started building while he was there, but didn't get to finish before he left. And during that time with the active missionaries and center members, they once had like 40 young members at the center joining workshops and things like that, but they're mostly gone now because while they were finishing off the building, there was no place that could really accommodate these activities. So it has to be built back up. And with unity in our region, I have no doubt that it is possible. All in all, it was externally and physically more challenging for us, without the consistently running water internet and the gas that we have. But internally and artistically, it was very inspiring, fulfilling, and reviving. So thank you to all the members in Solomon Islands and Vanuatu who took such good care of us. Yeah, and we'll miss everyone. And we definitely want to meet with the leaders here in Oceania to kind of discuss, you know, what we can change and what we can develop so that I guess our resources don't go to naught, you know, and that we can invest more there, whether that's with, you know, more people visiting or, yeah, investing in, you know, sending more resources or educational content or manpower, whatever we can, you know, even just praying more for Solomon Islands and Vanuatu, because, yeah, I think really whatever that is invested in those nations, I think really come to fruition more quickly and more clearly. Yeah, it's really amazing. And if anyone can, we recommend you visit as well. Yeah, but thank you so much for listening.
Thank you. Thank you, Youngmin, for sharing with us, and Rebecca as well for sharing. It's a really wonderful to see again. It just brought back memories there, and really, the first time you go, it's always awe-inspiring, and I remember the first time I went, I just had the sense it's just people and trees, because there's so little there. But what you experienced is true. They have so much love, so much genuine joy, genuine desire to put God first. Yeah, and it's so easy for them to want to do. And yeah, that experience you had, Rebecca, coming back and realizing, oh wow, the first thing I thought when I came back is we waste so much here, just so much. Everything in Solomon's, nothing's wasted, and everything gets reused. I remember, yeah, they were just washing plastic bags so they could use them again. Here, yeah, really. Because we have too much and everyone's so comfortable, nobody needs anything. But in Solomons and Vanuatu and all the islands there, everyone is hungry for more. They just want so much, and we can easily give them so much. And I think it's we need to have some sort of ongoing, yearly or more than a couple of times or 3 times a year or something, to do something there, because it's so much easier for us to go there than it is, even though, like you said, they're going out fundraising and to make up the money they need to go to Korea, 12 hours a day fundraising. Could you see yourself fundraising 12 hours a day? No, it's but they did it. We are so happily, because everything is so precious, and it's great that they remember Chihiro, and if, every person. I think many members in Australia have already gone, but it's good to be refreshed with that experience. I felt God every moment when I was there. Here, because being comfortable and, like you said, becoming nonchalant and taking it for granted, made me realize, we really need to put God first, and there is nothing that stops us. We make all sorts of excuses, but we don't have to. Can actually do. Yeah, so sure other people have some questions or have some comments to make. So, thank you. And I can easily talk more, but I won't. Thank you, and I hope you get more opportunities to visit and encourage other people to go, because once they go, then they really the hearts are moved, and you never forget. That's true. So thank you, and yes, Reverend Stone, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks so much, Youngmin, Rebecca, for going to the effort of going Solomon Islands and Vanuatu. And I remember you also in 2019 made the effort to go to Palau with Naomi Lim as well, which was probably quite a different sort of experience because you were looking after first ladies there, and there was some nice hotels around as well. But anyway, it's such a contrast from Australia, like a developed country, to go to a place like Solomon Islands. I think Oceania was so lucky to have such a diverse region, economically and racially and everything. And every time, we used to have the OLT go out to Solomon Islands a lot, sometimes Vanuatu, other countries. They'd come back completely, changed, coming from America, Japan, Korea, Europe, a lot of them, as well as Australia. So such a contrast. And sometimes like Honiara, okay, you can see what Honiara is like, but sometimes they'd go out into the villages, which is another dimension again. And they'd be building toilets and water tanks. And the kids are running around, they're all happy. They've got nothing, It's like a transformation of their lives. So I really hope we can find a way to, get these visits going again, particularly for I think the second gen and young people. It's an amazing experience. Yeah. Thank you again. Thank you for going to the effort. God bless.
Yes, Randall, go ahead.
That was awesome. Thank you very much for your testimonies, and great to see you. Sorry you had to go through that heat stroke. That was a bit of welcome to Solomon in a different way. I'm just wondering, when different members are going over to the islands that haven't been to the islands before, what are some of the things that you would suggest that they take with them?
I definitely want to a mosquito net. We didn't buy one here in Australia, so we had to buy one in Bali, just because there's a chance that you can get malaria. Luckily, yesterday we are declared malaria free, so we didn't get malaria because you get the symptoms after a week or so. But yeah, we had to get a mosquito net while we were in Indonesia. And then the person, the man we met at the marketplace tried to charge us $200. But luckily we found one at the supermarket for $6. We recommend taking a mosquito net and maybe some, I want to say like resources. We took like a USB with recordings that we took a couple of workshops ago at one of the second gen workshops, especially for this purpose. And maybe some small gifts to share is nice. Yeah. Because you want to offer a little something, because when we went, we received so much. Yeah.
I'll probably also add maybe electronics, because some of the members don't have phones. So I think if there's any old working electronics. I think they could really benefit from that. Laptops as well. And maybe, yeah, books. That's maybe church books. I don't know how much they have there. Yeah, stuff like that. And chocolate. They like chocolate.
Yeah, Reverend Santosh, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Youngmin and Rebecca. When I was listening to you, I could not stop just shedding the tears, you know. I had a chance to go to Solomon Island in 2018 and see the second generation there. How much talented they are, how much beautiful they are. So nice. I believe this is recorded. I think we have to send to all second generation to watch this video. And then we have to encourage our second generation to go to Solomon Island, Vanuatu, Fiji, Samoa, and let them experience everything. And sorry. Oh. Yes, it's beautiful. Please encourage all the young second generation to follow this path. I think this is not only helping the second generation in Solomon Island, but this is itself, I think, helping you, Youngmin and Rebecca. Such a beautiful, and the videos, the pictures spoke a lot. That it was really prepared in such a way. And I think for me personally, I went there, I experienced there with the second gen, and I sent a few members from Fiji to be trained in Solomon Island. And I have so much trust, so much hope in the country of Solomon Island. Solomon Island must be the nation from Oceania to be offered to our beloved parents. Thank you very much. Sorry.
Thank you, Reverend Santosh. Yeah.
I think we have to make a second gen regional task force to travel around Small Island Nation. I think this should be one of our priority from now on.
Yeah.
Bring back OLT teams.
Yeah. Revive OLT, is that what you're saying now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. 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 And they can take the idea of, it doesn't matter when to go. You don't have to wait for school holidays. You can always take a week off here or there and catch it up later.
Since we are receiving missionaries, I think we can make plan, Reverend Joe.
Yeah, I've got to see how many missionaries are going to Solomon's as well and how that's going to work, and to share. Because something we did hear is that the missionaries that will be assigned to Solomon's have a problem of staying the whole time. It seems like they can only stay 5 or 4 or 5 months. And so the other time they may end up being here. And so there may be this rotation of people here going there. So anyway, we need to see how that works. Oh, well, it will work. We just need to see how many are here for that to work. and then that gives an opportunity for other second gen, to go with, the missionaries that are there. But there's a possibility of that happening, but we still don't know who they are yet. I don't know if Solomon's, anyone from Solomon's here, do they know who they designated to receive? No, notice who's here. Rex is here from Solomon's. You know or heard of anything about the people expected to go to, the missionaries expected to go to Solomon's? Have you heard anything?
I heard about, but I'm not sure whether it's going to eventuate. It's come, I think, Top Gun missionary.
Yeah, Heavenly Top Gun missionaries, I believe, earmarked to go. It's just getting the visas and the time to stay. Yeah.
Okay. I think Reverend Norman didn't again announce anything about that, but it's okay. Solomon is also Heavenly Parents country, so whoever want to come here, it's okay. It's a welcome.
That's true. Thank you. Yes, Randall. Yeah.
I was going to ask how much it would cost to go to Solomon Islands, and I thought, why am I asking you? I can ask Google, and I'm seeing that Qantas has specials on for about 500 to 600 each way. Does that sound like a bargain?
I thought that would just be the normal cost.
Yeah.
So 1,000 return, 1,200 return.
Yeah.
Maybe the prices have gone up. So maybe it's a discount, I don't know. But yeah, I think we would have paid about that much. Yeah.
It was really great that you guys had the opportunity to go. It was a great experience for you, and yeah, thanks so much. It was inspiring talk today. Thank you.
Thank you.
And great video.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. And thanks again, Rebecca and Youngmin. It's actually this sort of time is now time for us to offer our unison prayer. So I'll just bring up the screen. And there it is. Okay, let's pray together. Jew, Jew, Jew. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Rebecca and Youngmin, for sharing with us. And I hope everyone has a great day and see you all again tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Youngmin and Rebecca. Thank you so much.
Santosh Nupane.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.